Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Vintage Jekyll and Hyde game from Waddingtons. This was released in 1980 and is designed for 2 players. It's a deceivingly simple strategy game for 2 players requiring nerve and bluff. Your opponent attempts to capture your two-faced figures, but only you know their true identity. And by the way, this game is also printed and made in England. Now let's check it out. The contents are fairly basic. You've got 1 plastic game board, 8 yellow characters, 8 red characters, and a sheet of instructions. This game plays like a simplified version of chess or checkers. We'll have a quick look at the instructions now, but I'll go through them in more detail later. As you can see, there's not much to it, so it can be quite straightforward. The diagrams show you both the starting positions and the exit points, and it's nice to see a little shout out to Alex Randolph, who invented the game. Both players have 4 Jekyll pieces and 4 Hyde pieces, and only that player can see which is which. There are 3 different ways to win this game, and where you position your starting pieces can help decide your fate, and I will give you examples of that shortly. As you can see, when you look upon your enemy's counters, you cannot tell which character is which. Eliminating the wrong one could cost you your victory. Most players will often start off with their Jekyll pieces at the back and their Hyde pieces at the front and use them as sacrifices. But the aim really is to keep your opponent guessing which is which. When it comes to moving your characters, you can only move one at a time, and you can go forward, backward, left or right, but you cannot go diagonal. That's an illegal move. There are many methods to decide who goes first. In this case we're going to start off with red, and the idea is to not end up next to an enemy player unless you're willing to sacrifice that piece. But eventually, sooner or later, you're going to run out of options. And ideally, if you're going to sacrifice a piece, it should be one of your Mr. Hydes. Because if the opposing player takes off 4 of your Hydes, they lose. Whereas if they take 4 of your Jekylls, they win. So there is an element of chance at play. It's not looking good so far, as both players are sacrificing their Hydes. But if you can outthink your opponent, you can start taking their Jekylls. You just have to watch for which pieces they're protecting. In the next example, the yellow player has already captured 3 Hydes. Get one more and it's game over. That's unlucky. Let's try another game. On this one, the yellow player has more pieces on the board, and while the red player tries to evade capture, he's just outnumbered and has no choice but to fall into the trap. And in this case, this is the final Jekyll piece, so the yellow player has won. There's also one more way you can win this game, and this is by landing a Jekyll in one of your opponent's corners, like so. And on this occasion, the red player's won. So to sum up, this game is half strategy and half sheer luck. So if you can find a copy, it's worth giving it a play, especially if you have children. For me, this is yet another nostalgic game from my childhood, and I have a lot of fond memories playing this against my brother and sister. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.